The Brahmaputra River, stretching over 2,900 kilometers, originates from the mountains of Tibet in China and flows eastward. In Tibet, it is known as the Yarlung-Zangbo River. Taking a sharp U-turn, it enters the Indian state of Arunachal Pradesh, where it is called the Siang River. After flowing through Arunachal Pradesh, it moves into Assam, adopting its most well-known name, the Brahmaputra River. Exiting Indian territory, the river enters Bangladesh, where it is called the Jamuna River. In Bangladesh, the Jamuna merges with the Ganges, which is referred to as the Padma River, near the Golundo Ghat in Dhaka Division, before emptying into the Bay of Bengal. Recently, the Chinese government approved the construction of the world's largest dam on this river, located just 30 kilometers upstream from the Indo-China border. This mega dam is projected to have a production capacity of 60,000 megawatts, with an annual generation capacity of 300,000 gigawatt-hours, making it nearly 3 times larger than China's Three Gorges Dam, which is currently the world's largest with a capacity of 22,500 megawatts. To put it into perspective, the new dam's total capacity is almost equivalent to Italy's entire electricity production, highlighting its sheer scale and significance. Its power output even surpasses the total electricity consumption of countries like Turkey, the United Kingdom, and Indonesia. To make it even more astonishing, more than 100 countries around the world have a total electricity capacity smaller than what this single dam is expected to generate. With an estimated cost of $137 billion, this project will not only be the most expensive dam ever constructed, but also a monumental feat of engineering in the 21st century. While this dam is set to be the largest in the world in terms of cost and production capacity, it has drawn severe objections from India and Bangladesh. This raises a fundamental question. Why is China building such a massive dam, which could potentially meet the electricity needs of 300 million people? What are India's concerns, and how is China addressing them? Moreover, how is India planning to counter this project, and is there a water-sharing agreement between India and China that could come into play? Let's dive into these questions and uncover the answers. China's primary motivation behind this project is its commitment to achieving carbon neutrality by 2060. The country aims to significantly increase the share of renewable and clean energy in its energy mix. As the most populous country in the world with a massive manufacturing industry, China has an enormous energy demand. Currently, over 50% of its energy needs are met through fossil fuels like coal and gas. However, fossil fuels not only contribute to carbon emissions but are also depleting rapidly worldwide. To counter this, China is shifting towards renewable and clean energy sources. China has already made substantial progress in this regard. In 2016, only 5% of its energy came from solar and wind sources, a number that has since increased to 23%. Meanwhile, the share of coal and gas in its energy mix has dropped from 68% in 2016 to 53% in May 2024, marking a significant shift. Although the contribution of hydropower, a renewable and clean energy source, has decreased slightly from 20% in 2016 to 15%, China plans to increase its reliance on hydropower. The new dam is part of this broader strategy to enhance its energy portfolio. The location of this dam is no coincidence. The Brahmaputra River flows through Tibet's mountainous terrain, and within 50 kilometers of the Indian border, the river's elevation drops sharply by 2,000 meters. This steep descent accelerates the river's flow, making it an ideal spot for hydropower generation. Experts estimate that this region alone holds a hydropower potential of around 70,000 megawatts. Additionally, before entering India, the river takes a U-turn, creating a natural geography that makes dam construction and tunnel development challenging but extremely viable. China plans to fully exploit this hydropower potential by constructing this mega dam. As expected, India, being downstream, has raised significant concerns about this project. The Brahmaputra River is one of India's major river systems, providing 30% of its fresh water for agriculture and holding 40% of its hydropower potential, particularly in the northeastern states where it serves as a lifeline. India fears that the upstream dam could affect its hydropower projects and disrupt water availability for agriculture. India has also expressed concerns about potential flooding. During the monsoon season, China might release excess water to protect the dam, causing devastating floods in northeastern states. Conversely, in dry seasons, China could withhold water, leading to drought-like conditions. Some Indian analysts have even referred to this dam as a water bomb, claiming that China could use it as a geopolitical weapon, either by restricting water flow or releasing it excessively. India draws comparisons to China's management of the Mekong River, which also originates in Tibet and flows through Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam before reaching the South China Sea. According to India, China uses over 10 operational dams on the Mekong to control the water supply to downstream countries. China, however, has denied these allegations. A spokesperson for China's foreign ministry stated that the dam is being constructed solely for clean energy generation and that China has always acted responsibly in cross-border river projects. Experts explain that this is a run-of-the-river project designed to generate electricity without storing large amounts of water, which limits its impact on downstream countries. Moreover, several major tributaries of the Brahmaputra River join it after it enters India, adding a significant amount of water to the river. Because of this, China cannot fully control the flow of water downstream, as these tributaries naturally increase the river's volume within Indian territory. Bangladesh, being the third downstream country, stands to be the most affected. The country's agriculture heavily depends on the Brahmaputra River, and reduced water flow could severely impact its farming sector. Conversely, excessive water release could worsen the frequent floods Bangladesh already faces. The situation becomes more challenging for Bangladesh because most of its other rivers also flow in from India, which has already constructed dams on them. This puts Bangladesh in a precarious position as both India and China proceed with their respective projects. To mitigate potential water shortages or flooding caused by the Chinese dam, India has proposed building its own dam in Arunachal Pradesh. This dam is expected to generate 11,000 megawatts of electricity and store up to 9 billion cubic meters of water. Plans for this dam have been in the works for several years, with the National Hydroelectric Power Corporation having already submitted its pre-feasibility report for approval. However, the construction of this dam could affect Bangladesh's agricultural output and has also drawn objections from China, given that Arunachal Pradesh is a disputed territory. China considers Arunachal Pradesh a part of the Tibet Autonomous Region, while India claims it as its territory based on the McMahon Line, a boundary established in 1914 during a conference in Shimla. Since Arunachal Pradesh is disputed, Chinese officials argue that India cannot undertake any development projects in this region. While the geopolitical tensions surrounding the dam are significant, China faces other challenges in this ambitious project. The dam's location in Tibet's remote mountainous region brings extreme weather conditions and frequent landslides, making construction a daunting task. However, given China's impressive track record in infrastructure projects, it is expected that Chinese engineers will successfully complete the dam. The Himalayas are tectonically active, making the region prone to earthquakes. If a major earthquake damages the dam, it could cause catastrophic flooding in India and Bangladesh. However, Chinese officials have assured that extensive geological studies have been conducted, minimizing such risks, while local Tibetan communities have expressed concerns about displacement and the submergence of sacred sites. The region's low population density means relatively fewer people will be affected. China's history of relocating large populations during similar projects, such as the Three Gorges Dam, suggests it will address these concerns effectively. Construction timelines for the dam haven't been disclosed, but experts estimate it will take at least 10 years to complete. If successful, this project will undoubtedly be a 21st-century engineering marvel. However, it also underscores the need for water-sharing agreements between India and China to mitigate the potential geopolitical and environmental fallout. Without such mechanisms, projects of this scale could escalate tensions between the two nations. What are your thoughts on this monumental project? Share your views in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting and informative videos. Thank you.